New Claude Code desktop release is insane. Is that true? We'll find out. So, yesterday, Anthropic dropped a full redesign of Claude Code desktop app. I am told parallel sessions in a sidebar, a built-in terminal, proper diff viewer, live preview pane, and a whole new routines feature. I don't think that's quite the part of this desktop redesign. Anyway, we will find out. I haven't touched any of it. I've downloaded the new version. What's happening? All right. And yeah, I think this is it. Redesigning Claude Code on desktop for parallel agents. This includes a new sidebar for managing multiple sessions, drag and drop layout, arranging your workspace, and integrated terminal file editor, plus performance and quality of life improvements. Quality of life improvements, huh? The new desktop appearance for many developers, the shape of agentic work has changed. You're not typing one prompt and waiting, you're kicking off a refactor in one repo. I'm more interested in how to run my small company rather than just coding. So, run sessions in parallel. The new sidebar puts every active and recent session in one place, kick off work across multiple repos, move between them as results arrive. All right. Okay. Similar to Tmux, maybe. You can filter by status, project, or environment and group the sidebar by project. I haven't quite used the project feature in Cloud Code Desktop yet. Maybe it is a good time to start. When a session's PR merges or closes, it archives itself so the sidebar stays focused on what's live. When you need to ask a question mid task, you can open a side chat, command plus the semicolon to branch off a conversation. Really? Yeah, that sounds interesting. Oh, that's the by the way feature, I think, slash by the way, BTW. Side chats pull context from the main thread but don't add anything back to the thread to avoid misdirecting your tasks. Review and ship without leaving the app. The redesign brings more commonly used tools into the app so you can review, tweak, and ship Cloud's work without bouncing to your editor. Integrated terminal, in-app file editor, faster diff viewer, expanded preview, fits your stack. The desktop app has parity with CLI plugins. So if your organization manages Cloud Code plugins centrally, or you have installed your own locally, they work in desktop app exactly the way they do in your terminal. You can still run sessions locally or in the cloud. SSH support now extends to Mac alongside Linux. Does that mean you can actually SSH into the sandboxes? So you can point sessions at a remote machines from either platform. That's interesting. Customize for how you work. Three view modes: verbose, normal, and summary. Let you dial the interface from full transparency into Cloud's tool calls to just the results. New keyboard shortcuts cover session switching, spawning, command and slash bar, and navigation. Press command and forward slash to see the full list. A new usage button shows your context window and session usage at a glance. Under the hood, the app has been rebuilt for reliability and speed, and now streams responses as Cloud generates them. Does that mean that it streams thoughts as well? The redesigned desktop app is now available for all Cloud Code users on Pro, Max, and Team. Sorry, free users in that case. Let's let's try it out then. So, Claude, where are you, Claude? So that's the page where you download. You can just click on download and Install it, I think. Move pricing out of. Oh, okay. So it is actually pulling my local history. Oh, this is a pull request that I did maybe a while ago, 5 months ago. Deploy pages to Cloudflare, brand brain, drag to pin. So the tabs are gone now. The chat is here, and the cowork thing is here. What is this? Oh, this is the code session. Ah, slightly different color. New session. Routines. Okay, this is something that was okay released as well. I think in the last 24 hours or 48 hours. Customize sidebar. Dispatch. Okay, you can add it there. What is in customize? Connectors. These are my MCP servers and plugins that I have installed. Okay. Connect to your apps. Let Claude read and write your tools you already use. Create new skills. Browse plugins. Okay, this is just placing has changed, I think, but more or less, there's a lot of connectors to try out. To be honest, I haven't actually tried any of these. Skills. I think it is. Oh, these are my skills appearing. It's automatically pull. No, this is Anthropic skills. Filter by installed. That is interesting. Where are my other skills? Plugins. Code. Huh. Didn't pull all the skills. Maybe I can just ask. All right. Select a folder. And I'm going to my Obsidian project management folder. Let's see, it is local workspace or something like that, I think. Yeah, this one. So that is the same Obsidian space where I manage my projects. All right, let's see if it can detect the skills there. Open. What happened? Local workspace. Oh, that's different, is there? How did I get to this page? So where did the skills section go? Here? No. Customize. So what did I open the local? Okay, so now I can probably see all the skills. Huh? No, it's just one skill. That is not true. Personal plugins. I have so much more actually. Why isn't it picking it up? Hmm. Interesting. Oh, closed it. Let's uh, let's go to code and see if it can. Want all local workspace. Recent. What is this local? Okay, this is the mode that it runs. It's learning locally. So I probably can switch it to remote control or add an SSH host. This is what we read, I think. You can connect it to a remote server to run your store your code, maybe. Okay, 4.6, 1 million. That is the default. You have 4.6 here. Low, medium. I'm going to set it to high. What is this? Normal transcript view. Summary. I'll just verbose. Okay. What is this? That's context. Add folder slash commands. Why isn't That's interesting though. I'm pretty sure I have it on my local folder cd Claude cd skills. There's so many skills here. Why isn't it reading? Anyway, what skills are loaded? What can you see? Okay, what is this thing though? Work tree. Is that Git work trees? All right, okay. Work branch to start from. Okay, if you set it, maybe that will branch off into a Git work tree. Work in an isolated copy of the repo. So you won't actually directly work in that. Okay, that makes sense, but I'm not going to switch it on. Okay, but I'm baffled. Why aren't my skills loading? Claude has been down. Actually, their APIs have been down for quite a long while. Actually, all right, it is finding the skill agent protocol. These are all from the settings, but in that case, why isn't it appearing here? In Codex, if I open Codex, that appears there. Skills. That is interesting. So that is slow. But how do I bypass permissions? Bypass permissions, always allow. Okay. Um, I want to check out the terminal thing. That is what I am. If I can move away from this thing here, item, but I do use agent teams though. You see the view teammates. This is a good setup actually. So the main thread, I keep it 1 million context, but all the teammates get 200K context. So it's a good setup for me, cost effective one as well. Maybe I can do the same, a similar thing. I don't know. Let's pick a project and see if it can do it. Brand brain, Instagram reel auto generation, multi account setup, multiple connections. It's all done, I think. Still, avatar, mission control, CLI, weekly project review. What we can do is that YouTube trend scanning live metrics. That is a good one. Okay, we did that. My shoes should actually care. We did that. Quickest path is we downloaded it. Just quit. You don't need to re-download anything. Literally quit it. All right. So it's just okay. It's only is available on Mac. I think still works. But let's pick a maybe connect it to Search Console and ask it something. That's fine. I can just ask a new task, new session. So they've renamed that from okay. No, this is new task still here in Cowork. This is just Claude Code tab that I've redesigned. The other one stays the same. That's interesting. All right. Okay. Does it? Yeah. Looks pretty much the same. Right. By I have to reset it all of this again. Hi. What is this small verbose? Let's SEO growth. Let's ask it. What is the status of our SEO pages? Can you still pull the data from SEO, not SEO, the research that was done a couple of weeks ago, and see where we are at, and also check the post hog analytics and Google Search Console to see which what are we ranking for and what we should probably focus on. That is this project here. Yeah, another thing that I did was Claude was acting so dumb, so I added I disabled there is a thing called adaptive thinking, so you can disable it easily, but now it is performing not so bad, apart from the API errors that I'm getting. It is streaming. Okay. In the terminal version, you can't really see the thoughts like this. So that is good, I guess. But can I change that mid stream though? Why? Claude would ask my music and video activity. What is it trying to do? Don't allow. Uh, what is thinking then? All right, doesn't show the tool calls. It just shows the thinking. What is normal? Normal is oh shit. Okay, just collapses. I think everything normal. Thinking shows thinking. Verbose. It everything is expanded. All right. Okay. What is summary? Summary is just last turn maybe. It's just stripping things out from the output. I think the best one is probably thinking. Just to keep things focused. Preview. Nothing there. Oh, setup. Setup. While that is running. Let's see a vault state audit. Okay, this is subagent. The subagents appear like this. I can actually make it bigger. All right. It is responsive, guys. Right. Chilling, checking. So these are separate agents. Ooh. And you can see their prompts if I click on that. You are researching a brand brain SEO status report. Do not edit any code, pure research. Before this was very hard to read for subagents, just so tiny in the terminal. The lead needs a snapshot. Okay. So this way you can actually see what Anthropic's best practices are when creating prompts for subagents. Interesting. It gives a list of tasks as well. All read only, no writes. It's very concise. It's no, yeah, prompts need to be concise like this because any extra thing that you just add on just tend to confuse these agents. This I have noticed as well. Okay. So these are read tool calls. Can I just see tasks? Huh. So this is preview. This is a sub-agent thing that we just clicked on. And this is the task for the main session. SEO Vault state audit and says it's an agent. I know they're going in the direction of paperclip. They're going to be an orchestrator for running AI companies because from the UI design it looks like that is their direction they're going. Tasks. You can see the sub agents. You can see the orchestrator. This could be the AI employees. This could be the main lead. Hmm. Yep. I think that's what they're trying to do. What is this? Okay. What is plan? All right. This is it's not bad actually. I like it. It's too congested if you're zoomed in. Maybe that. No plan yet. Completed. Everything is on the sidebar here. So maybe we should do this. Can we move this around? No. What if I bring in diff as well? My God, that's just too damn. Okay, I don't need preview. I don't need plan. Terminal. That's not bad. But how would you okay, multiple sessions are in by creating new session. So it wouldn't look like a tree like this, I think, which is like a bird's eye view of what's happening. I can also see the subagents here by going to doing that because obviously they are shut down. So you won't be able to see that. Yeah, I don't think it works. The agent teams functionality wouldn't work. I don't think so. What else is there? All right. Would like to access. What does it want to do? So it is trying to access my search console. We'll see. Why iCloud Drive? What is it trying to do? What do you want all this? Is it going to my don't allow documents folder? No, you can access. Yes, downloads is fine. Are these agents still? That is terminal. Okay. I don't know. It does will take some time getting used to. What is it doing now? Is it trying to access my keychain? All right, let's see what it does. Aha, this is good. So 145K tokens, 5 hour limit, weekly all models, Sonnet. I haven't used any Sonnet at all. I do have to fill up my rest of the tokens because Friday, Saturday, 3 more days. I probably waste my usage if I don't do anything. So that's basically insane. That would be overstating it. It's all right. And what if I do? I don't think it's anything special here. I thought it would be like multiple things. Like there will be a something like this to as a mission control to manage the sessions, but it's pretty much similar design to Codex. Maybe they just stole it from Codex design, inspired by. Is there anything else that I'm missing? While this is downloading, 27 a month. Okay, that is my CTA. Yes. If you want to learn vibe coding and follow me while I develop my own SaaS, join. Oh, well, this is for my school paid school community for Cloud Code and anything related to Cloud Code, and you have access to me. If you want to learn vibe coding and operations, how to do operations, you run a company using Cloud Code, outreach, social media, inbound and outbound, all of that, and sales, uh, all of that done using Cloud Code skills. You have access to me for setting it up, things like that. Check out my school community. Three tabs explain plainly. First thing you see at the top, three tabs, we did go through that. Environment picker, we did do that. That is this thing. What is this now? The current workspace have no dev servers. Okay. So the thing that we kicked off for setting up, um, the preview tab is coming now and asking me the current workspace has no dev servers. Where should I detect save launch.json for? Probably some configuration. Brand brain, just brand brain app because it's a mono repo. It has multiple apps. App's mission control app that is not yet released. Stay in the vault anyway. I have no idea what it is asking. I need to mono repo brand brain mono repo. I'll just select that for now. Probably we can change it later. All right. Okay. It is finding all my apps in that mono repo. But SEO status findings, vault state, say 86. This is for the previous project, previous task that it gave. I gave it, which is basically what is the status of SEO pages? Can you pull the data from SEO? Not SEO. Okay, the research that was done a couple of weeks ago, and where we are at, and also check post hog. I meant post hog. It will figure it out what it was, and it did, I think. And standalone thing, master plan last updated April 6th. That is 10 days ago. Homepage captured Google Organic, 78 visits since in what, 14 days? 86 SEO pages combined produced 90 visits over 30. Not bad for a new product. Compare tools, features, trend anchored blog content beats programmatic compare pages. So, any news. Maybe I should write something about Claude Core desktop release and what that means. What is happening here? Brand brain. Okay, always allow. Identity events dropped 91% possible sign up funnel bug. Needs stripe convex check. Google Organic 55%. GSC blocked. Why? That is not true. We need to user action required. Add that service account as an owner in GSC. Then run GSC query. Maybe I'll set it up later. Until that is fixed, we cannot see impressions rankings, which pages Google actually indexed. Recommendation pending GSC, stop building more programmatic, compare alternative pages. They are not pulling traffic. Double down on trend anchored blog content, which is like the news items. The two working posts proven the pattern. What are the two working posts that are trend related that is pulling traffic? The fuck? I think when I click the preview from here, that is getting both are working at the same time in the same session. How is it not confusing this session though? Where's the context of this going back to? Uh, which dev server should I start? This one. Okay, next. Mirror into Vault Claude with CD wrappers. Keep in mind that in the local Obsidian Vault, there's a in memory folder there's a code directory which is a symlink to all my code. Well, the brand brain monorepo code. So consider that as well when you're setting this up. Okay, submit. Let's see. What is this? Okay, so all my, but that's not really trend. This is a versus page. So versus pages are working. These are not really trends. Well, OpenClaw is, but what is vibe marketing? That is just a keyword that we pulled, and you said that is easier to rank to target first after pulling, after doing keyword research, and apparently that is working. The other one is trending, like OpenClaw. People do still search for OpenClaw. It's still working. Okay. What happens if I send it? Will it get added? It's doing two different tasks in the same. How is that working though? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is internally two sessions. See that the other one is working. Who knows? So that is a preview. That is the actual task we are working on. This is the one started when we clicked on preview here and setup. Clicked on setup. It's trying to, yeah, it's trying to load my start my local dev server and start in preview. So what's happening? Okay, so that's my homepage. Now the important thing is it able to log in and do all the browser magic? That is something we can actually provide actual context of what is happening, what's on. Like, you can point to stuff and say that is not rendering properly. That is so good. I like that. Okay. That is one feature that would make me switch from my TCLI to this for sure. But I still want to know if there's a replacement for my agent teams. Okay, so these things have been changed. And if I click on that, that is basically why did it change codex skill creator? Huh? Why? I don't understand this. Maybe it was there. Oh, this is just uncommitted changes from my vault, I think. Obsidian vault. But it is flagging it as part of this, part of the current task, but that's fine. Create PR. Nope. It's just an Obsidian vault. It's not actually code PR. It's a vault git. What's happening here? No. Why is it not? Okay. So I want to test out the browser automation. So if I want to test out the browser automation, what can we ask it to do? Let's log in first. Interesting. That's not working. Maybe just ask it. Can you? Okay, let's go to a new session. Then that's gone. Right. Let's ask it anyway. Can you log into my local brand brain dev server and uh, try logging in via Google Auth? Doesn't seem to work in your preview pane. Okay, let's open that preview. So if I go back. I don't like the fact that I have to reset this every time to bypass. Well, it's not a big deal. This all stays the same, but just the permissions bit gets keeps getting reset every session. That ooh no, that's the wrong one. That's auth sign in. Let's see if it figures out. Okay, it's actually checking the code to see where the sign in page is. Yep. Will it click on continue with Google? This is good, I think. If it actually works as a proper browser automation is solved. So many things like outreach, sending cold emails, all those things can be yeah, that's not working. So doesn't actually getting is not getting treated as a proper browser, I think. But then that's a problem of my local host server, maybe. Yeah, it can't see the thing, right? So let me just refresh it. Can't see the pop-up that comes when I click on Noxos. So if I do that, see this. Right. So it is just Google blocks this. That's what it is coming to. Want me to use the admin development only? Well, that's also not working. So let's I can actually say to actually go to my can you actually go to brand brain production and try to do the same? What is it trying to do? I don't know what it is doing. Can you navigate to brandbrain.app URL? Or is that just for, is the preview just for localhost? Well, if that's the case, I will have to withdraw what I just said. The user wants me to navigate to, but the preview pane only allows localhost URLs. Okay, so this is only for localhost. It's not actually. Whoa, but it can open that in a new browser using us using Playwright. I think it's not preview. What is it doing? Chrome extension is not connected. What do you mean? It is connected. Here it is. Can you try the Chrome extension again? Huh? Oh, okay. I have to sign in. Try again. Why is it going to context tabs? Still not reachable. I'm going to quit you and come back to Claude. What happened? Claude. Hmm. Select that. Try again. Still not connected. All right. Okay. I'm going to give up. Uh, don't know why. Never worked Claude in Chrome for me. I don't know why. Because the sometimes it detects the terminal version of Claude and sometimes the desktop version. Sometimes work from Claude Cowork, but not from Claude Code. And yeah, it's all messed up. And it never worked. So that's why I started using Agent browser from Vercel, and that was working way better than this bad Chrome extension. Never worked. I don't know how to make it work. All right, that is pretty much it, I think, for environment picker. Yes, we did the three options. I haven't tried the SSH thing. I'll have to figure it out actually, how to do that. That is this somewhere here. No, that is when you start a new session, local or this one, add SSH host, new SSH connection, any connection. Yeah, I guess it's just like, you know, the writes are probably the file system from the SSH server is mounted and the writes happen to the remote server. That's probably how it works. Or Cloud itself runs on that machine and SS through an SSH tunnel. I don't know. I haven't actually tried it out. Uh, Parallel sessions. Yeah, nothing exciting there. This is a big one. Um, Filter by status and by project, by environment, and group them. Can I? I can do by folder. What is this? Tools. Oh, that is the project, I think, maybe. Ooh, is this. This is Tori. Or did they rewrite in Tori? Let's see. This is Rust or TypeScript. Any. I think it could be Tori. Or I don't know. It's just a guess though. Where's the project functionality? I'm not actually used that at all. So you can maybe drag that to pin. Okay. What is that? Open and ooh, all right, okay. This is what I was actually. Hmm. Why can I open that in split view? Fork. So that's just like it takes the previous history and creates a new session from that point onwards. If it is similar to the fork in the CLI. So if you fork from here, all this history will be copied, but won't run in the same session. It will take into the new session. That's what it is. Where did that go? Ah, okay. I have to. Where did that go? Okay, if I have two, where did that split open in split view go? Ah, this is a filter that it was talking about. Environment, local cloud, remote control, group by date. All right, okay. Yep, this is going in the direction of definitely paperclip or like an orchestrator project, group by project. Okay, where did that go? The split in split view. Ooh, you just drag it. Nice. So I can maybe, how many I can fill though here? So the split view works. You just have to drag it into the main area where the windows are, where the session windows are. So if I do this, does that work? So it highlights which ones are in the thing. Can I do more? No, just four, I think. It's not bad. And then you can replace it probably like that. Interesting. So I can add one more. Oh, there's two already. No, there's one more here. Four. I can work with four, I think. And if I go here, what happens? It just opens in one of them if you click on the new one. Or you can whichever one you have focused it to, I guess. Resolve that. Yeah. You can click it to focus on it. And then if you click on it, it will open in that window. So four at a time you can open four sessions in the split view. And how about the preview? You get a tiny preview for the each of these tiny uh, session windows on the split view. Diff, that is criminal plan. They're not really, making it really. They're just fast, shipping really, really fast. It seems like they're not covering all the bases. Just trying to be competitive, I think, with codecs or oh, you can do this, rearrange it like this. What happens then? Ooh, you can do that too. That's not bad. So if I close this, how do I close this? Close. How do I close this? Yep. Command W. Command. Oh, okay. Messed it up. So if I no, if I go there, preview, diff, open all the side panels, preview diff. terminal and task and plan and collapse the sidebar. Why is it so slow? That is not a good view. I don't need the diff here. Why do they call it a better diff viewer? What is different? Can I pop it out? Ooh, okay. Why is it better though? It just groups everything. What is necessarily better here? Can I add it to context? No, it's just a different pane. Not really sure what's better here. When they say better, close that, close that. So realistically, I would probably using the preview and terminal and maybe sometimes task here, I think. And if I am ever using plan mode, I haven't used plan mode for a while. That is because all my plans get returned to Obsidian in terms of like projects and topic files. So everything is captured here. Never forgets. Oh, it forgets, but it's very accurate. Even if I don't really have to use 1 million context because it reads from these things if it forgets. For example, yeah, it knows where it knows this is what we are working on. If we are working on that project, and then it can actually ls in that directory and goes to related files. This is Obsidian, right? So it can actually navigate it like this, like following the links. If it sees C this, it can just follow that. So it works really well with Obsidian. So I rarely use plan mode because of that. I haven't used it for like ages because everything is here anyway. uh, and all the task, everything, the roadmap, everything. It's much more elaborate. What is this? SEO growth. Okay. So we did look at the parallel sessions. Second session run, we already knew that. First session, integrated terminal, first time ever. We had a look into that. In-app file editor for quick tweaks. VS Code for I'm not sure about that. I'm not about to give up VS Code. It thought for me on my behalf. I hardly ever use VS Code either. I don't actually leave the terminal for Claude Code. I don't read code. You can just ask it to self-review after, right? That's if I don't even have to manually review, and it can pretty much spot the errors and stuff like that way. It's just a matter of prompting. You can install superpowers for that to do the code review. Pop into diff viewer. We did that. Live preview page. We did that. Drag the panes, pick view mode. Last bit of the for all these panes chat diff terminal. This is what we just did. Rearrange that the whole layout, but it's not really readable. What is this? Side chat with command semicolon. So if I command semicolon. Ooh, this is by the way. So if it is running, it's similar to this command, I think, side question. So it gathers the same context of the main window and main session and then answers your question, but the response doesn't go back into the stream. That's what that is, side chat. So if it is running, if you're not sure what it is exactly doing, or maybe you notice that it's not doing quite exactly what you want it to do, Then you can nudge it. Are you sure you're doing this? And then if it says no, then you can go to the main task. Before you did, when you didn't have this, you had to ask it here directly, and that it confuses the model sometimes, right? So you can do the side by BTW on CLI. I use it quite a lot actually. And then if it's off track, I nudge it from here, the main input. Okay. Side chat, point at a real project in a feature tour. I'm opening one of my actual repos now. We did actually do that, but this is my SaaS that I'm developing, doing live streams on. Still early stages. Um, but we actually did a task about SEO. So you can check that out. Claude MD skills carry over. It does carry over, but I'm still not sure why it doesn't. In Codex, it's pretty clear that if I go to my directory, right, Vault, and if I open Codex, you can actually see all the skills there. It reads all the skills. Here, if I go to plugins, built by OpenAI, and no. All right, I take it back. It used to be here. Where was it? Manage skills. Yes, here. AEO, SEO, research, agent, pro. So these are all my personal skills. But where's the equivalent of that here? I have this customize here, skills, but then that only pulls the skill creator that comes in bundled, and the I don't know where this is pulled from. I think this is from the. These are just the plugins. It's come from the plugins actually. That is red. But anyway, even Cortex has released some new. They've released actually proper plugins, I think. Ooh, Sora. Sora skill. Maybe time to try these ones out as well. Maybe I should split my um, subscription 100 for OpenAI and 100 for Claude. Now that they have released this smaller plan. That's pretty much it, I think. Claude MD, small real task generate the workflow. Routines, we are not covering routines in this. Quotas, we did have a look. That is at here at the bottom when it is running here. This one, quotas. Can see that there's CLI versus desktop. I think I agree with Claude's assessment here that I will still be using Cloud Insider Tmux because the main feature that I use here is agent teams so that I can use the 1 million context on the lead and 200K context on the subagents. And I break it down very small. So, and everything writes to these project files here in Obsidian. So all the data is shared between the subagents. That works very well for me. So for that reason, I may not be fully using. I'll still use the new desktop app. It looks promising. I don't think it's that usable for me though. Probably be a hindrance for me if I start using it. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it out while I'm working on other features in CLI. I will may go with some of these features here and compare. Right. We did that. We did that. Come build with me. Yeah, I'll do it in the next stream actually. I'm going to do a vibe coding stream after this. Probably. Maybe. Um, yeah. That is Cloud Desktop new updates for you guys. It's not insane. Could be insane. I think they're trying to make it towards an autonomous AI company running like paperclip. right? Task and they're definitely going in the direction of similar to Codex here, automations and routines. And they also did launch agent managed agents on cloud for enterprises. So definitely going for towards more automations and autonomous behavior, nudging their product towards that kind of that market. Definitely, at least that's what I think. Like from all this UI, especially looking at the task here, UI changes, UI updates they made. Right, I'll see you. That is the tour. Yeah, I'll do the routines on a different one. If I actually use it, I will do a live stream on that one. A build session. All right, I'll see you in the next one.